working? Is it working? I'm just trying something out, guys. I'm just testing this out. Okay, I'm just testing this out, guys. Just testing this out. Just testing. One, two, three, testing. One, two, three, testing. There it goes. Hell break loose right here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. Here we go. Don't know what happened. Now I don't have a voice in my thing. Holy Toledo. One, two, three, testing. One, two, three, testing. One, two, three, testing. All right, let me try this one more time. See if it works, guys. Yeah, I don't know what happened, dude. I had to do a complete reset on this. Let me not say the word. I don't want to lose my language here. Don't know what happened here, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, not even my intro is coming out like it's static. I don't know why. Let me see if it shows up. I'm just trying. I'm just testing right now. All right, I guess I'm back to normal again. Don't know what happened there, but yeah, I don't know the camera. I don't know what happened to the camera. I have no idea. I mean, right now, what it was giving me. Yeah, see, on my side, the intro Aqua is actually like it's staticking. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to get another probably another way to go live, another live thing. I don't know. Let's see how that goes. But anyhow, all I was gonna talk tonight is about the coaching staff of the Miami Dolphins. What I see with this coaching staff. What are we looking for 2026? Uh, as you see, we picked up defensive coordinator, and if you guys didn't heard this, just to give you guys a heads up, by Weaver not becoming a head coach, we lost probably two third-round pick, which that would have been awesome this year. But unfortunately, it did not happen. We are going to lose that privilege, if you want to say. So we did have, if Weaver was a coach, of course, a head coach, but he wasn't. So he's going back to Baltimore as a defensive coordinator. So, and then of course our good special team guy, he left too. So he got hired today. Not too happy with it. Anyhow, going back to the staff, let me go back. And don't forget, this Sunday is Super Bowl 60. I do like not the Patriots, sorry. I like the Seahawks. And I tell you why in a few minutes. I tell you, I'll do my pick on Friday. But I'm going to do it now that you guys are here. Um, one thing, the Denver game, I'm going to go back to the Denver game. I tell this to everybody, the Denver game. Listen, it was a weather factor. We all know that already. It was a weather factor. And what actually really happened was, hey, they win the field goal. Here comes the snow. Nobody could recover from that. So that's over with. So Mays is going to deal with a tough Seattle defense. Okay, top in the NFL. So listen, I'll give credit to the New England Patriots. I know I'm going to have Patriots fans upset here. But I give them credit. I mean, they made it as far. You know, Grable, great coach, first year, and take them to a 14-3 record. Basically, and make the playoff, the championship, and now the Super Bowl. You got to give them credit. So, hey, Predator, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. So, once again, I want to apologize to everybody with this video difficulty that I had. I did have video difficulty. I'm having an issue with. By the way, I did had snow yesterday. Just in case you guys knew, I sent a video. If you get look at my shorts, we had snow yesterday here in Georgia. So, but everybody's fine. The weather's fine, back to normal. Uh, hopefully, hey, how you doing, Poetic Tears? I mean, hopefully, I could go back on track with sports and get caught up. I'm trying to catch up with everybody's video, everybody that I support, and those that support me too. So I'm trying to get to each individual. Hopefully, by the end of this weekend, and then I have remember Super Bowl weekend too. So, uh, going back to the coaches, guys and girls. Now you guys are here. Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. Thank you. This is the staff. Of course, you guys know that Jeff Halfley is actually our head coach. Sean Dugan is our defensive coordinator, but Jeff Halfley will also be running the defensive side. You got Robert Prince, the wide receiver coach, Chris Tabor, special team coordinator, Sean Ryan, outside linebacker coach. Most of these coaches, guys, now it says Anthony Weaver. Well, Anthony Weaver's no longer here. So we have at least, and quote me if I'm wrong, probably 6 Green Bay Packers coaches in this staff, which is amazing. Having 6 Green Bay Packers coaches. That is with the GM, of course. GM, the a regular coach, and then the rest of the staff, which is amazing. What are they bringing to Miami? I'm gonna be honest, guys. It's too early to predict. Uh, I was gonna get on salary cap issue tonight, but I'm not gonna get with the salary cap. You guys know the situation with the salary cap. Right now, it is hurting the Miami Dolphins. They have some options. They do have some options. Uh, do I believe that Tua is going to be here in 2026? There's a possible yes and a possible no. The reason why, because it depends of the GM and depends of the competition. Now, I'm not gonna get into the mock draft either. There is mock draft. Thank you so much for the hearts. The mock draft is kind of difficult because you could add any player you see that Miami needs. But if I was Miami picking at 11, I'm going to look at one thing, a quarterback. Now, one quarterback was mentioned, was the guy from Alabama. Now, don't get me wrong. Do you want me to see get another Alabama quarterback? I don't know, guys. If that's the case, then I'd rather go defense. I mean, we're great in running backs, so that gives credit to the running back. We do have a great running back field this year. So, probably top 3 running backs right now. So that's another thing. Are we going to sign A-Chain? Are we be able to afford to sign A-Chain? So, hey, what's up? Hey, well, how's it going, buddy? Just talking here a little bit. The Miami Dolphins, checking their head coaches, the staff they have, and how do I feel about this staff, this new regime? I mean, it's good, Abel. Something good, something fresh, something that, hey, we could say, hey, we could start all over again, and that's the thing. Do we want to start over again? I talk about salary cap. I look at the mock draft. I don't look much at mock draft. If I look at the Dolphins, rumors are, speculations are that they're looking for a quarterback in the 11th round. And they mentioned a guy from Alabama. Now that I'm too crazy about the guy in Alabama, I don't think I need another Alabama quarterback here. Not downing the guy down. I'm not downing him down. So, but I'm looking more at defensive side, safety side, offensive line. something that can help the team right now. So uh, we talk about Tua. With Tua, let's be honest, be here this year. There's a possibility, maybe, maybe not. I'm not. I'm not gonna say he is, but that cap space, man, it's gonna really hurt us big time. I think Sullivan and Halfley will have a great, a great probably response to that. I mean, their hands are full. Another one we got to sign. I just said it earlier. A Chain. We need to sign A Chain. Okay, that's gonna cost us money. Players that I don't see here no more. I'll bring it up. I see Bradley Chubb's not here. Tyreek Hill not here. Possible a trade with Waddle. Didn't know if you heard this today by Anthony Weaver not becoming a head coach. Uh, yeah, we lost 2 third-round picks, but Weaver went back to Baltimore as a defensive coordinator. Man, I was hoping he was getting a coaching job, and that would have helped us in our draft. We would have picked up 2 third-rounder, but it did not happen, unfortunately. But that's okay. You just gotta stay positive and continue to move on. That is part of sports. But listen, I would like to hear you guys' opinion. I know Aquavale was here. I was here earlier. I was having problem with cameras, with video. Don't know what happened. I said it earlier in the program. We had snow yesterday, and it's over with. Back to work today. But listen, my thing with the Miami Dolphins, and I'm being honest. Let's be honest. I try to stay positive. I know, you know, I, Aquavale and he has his opinion, and there's a agreement, disagreement. That's fine. I'm not, of course not with Aquavale. Then you have you know other podcaster channel, which I'm not going to mention, and it's not time for evaluate the Miami Dolphins. Okay, let's be honest. It's not time to evaluate this team. It's going to take a while. Okay, because I think the owner is not looking about rebuilding. He's looking for win now, and this is why I believe that Sullivan picked all these coaches from the Green Bay Packers. Of course, our offensive coordinator, he was already with us. He just got promoted, Bobby Slowick. So don't know, man. I want to stay. I want to stay positive, and I am. But we have to prepare for this season. Now, I talking to you last time. I don't know if you're here. Yeah, Poetic is a great channel, man. You gotta check her channel. Nice channel. But what do you think? I mean, do you see something good in 2026 besides the staff that we have? Or do we have to continue to see what we have? Because their schedule is, I mean, it's not out yet, but I know the schedule is tough. Uh, Another rumor out there, if you guys didn't heard it, okay? And boy, do I love rumors because people get involved so much in rumors. They were saying that Aaron Rodgers might end up in Florida. Now, what do I think about that? It's not a good move. I know McCarthy went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was asked the same question, and he said he don't mind having him, but at the same time, he backed up a little bit and says, "Hey, it's about evaluate these young quarterbacks." So, but that was the rumor. Uh, why? Because all these Green Bay Packers personnel that we have in this team. I hope not, but that was a rumor out there about him coming to Miami, a possibility. So, but then we have Super Bowl weekend. We go back to the Super Bowl week. And by the way, Abel, who do you like in the Super Bowl? I'll pick Seattle, but I officially tell you why I picked Seattle. Uh, because of their defense. May still young. Can he handle the pressure of the Seahawks? I don't think he can. Remember, he played Denver, snowy, conditioned weather. For me, it was like, hey, this is what it is. You know, you kicked the field goal and the snow came in and you took advantage. So here's the staff that we have so far. Now, of course, I have Anthony Weaver here, but Anthony Weaver is no longer with us. So that's a good pick. Actually, that's close to my score. You you took my score. I say it's going to be a close game. I believe it's going to be a close game. I just feel that Mays, even though it's a big game, and listen, give them credit because they made it this far. Okay. You know the question I want to ask you guys tonight. You think Grable, the coach of the New England Patriots, made a difference on this team because they made it this far, or is it because listen, they basically kept the same staff because I believe that man, this man took over and everybody played for this guy. If we only had a guy like that in Miami, that's why I'm not too crazy with Halfley. I'll be honest with you guys. Yeah, that's where he is smart at making adjustment. I agree with you 100%. He is so good doing that, and when he's under pressure, he doesn't feel any pressure. I mean, I see this man coach in the sideline, and he takes things like one quarter at a time. I don't see him panic. I don't see him, you know, making any kind of. He just relax, easy, and hey, the next play. I mean, unfortunately, I saw McDaniel heading to L.A. The Chargers. Wow, man! As the offensive coordinator, see, I don't mind keeping him as an offensive coordinator here, but I don't think he was going to be here anyhow with the new GM. So, but like I say, man, it's a new season. It's a new beginning. I don't like to say that because this franchise has been so long in this league, 26 years. I guess I don't want nobody to remind this without winning a playoff game. So, you know, what could happen? A new coach, a new regime, and everything changes. Who knows, right? Who knows? I mean, right now, I don't want to doubt myself, but with the head coach, I like Kubiak or either Chris Shula, and there's a reason why. Uh, Kubiak has a lot of NFL experience. Chris Shula was probably given opportunity and chance because he's the nephew of Don Shula, and it would have been probably a nice ride here in Miami. But I guess they went for the you want to say for the Top Gun in Green Bay. So, but what do you feel, Abel, with this staff? What do you see with this staff? And I know it's early. I know I say that to everybody because we never seen this. This is the first time we see a complete revamp on this team when it comes to the coaches. And if Aquavale's here, he could answer too. Um, what do you see? Do you feel good about it? Do you have concern about it? I don't have concern on the GM part, but I do have concern on the coaching part. And maybe you're telling me that probably that, hey George, you're not giving the guy a chance. No, it's not giving him a chance. I mean, we know the mess that Greer left, and so did McDaniel did too. But can we survive 2026? And I only know when the schedule comes out, when free agency it's around the corner, when the draft is around the corner. Man, I was looking at the unrestricted free agent for the Miami Dolphins. And I didn't pull it out because I have, like I said, I had video difficulties tonight. And I saw I mean, they have a lot of you know, Kobu. Oh my God, Rasheen Douglas was. I don't think he's going to be here anyhow. Uh, but I saw the whole list. It's like almost 20 players, unrestricted free agent. So yeah, see me, I agree with you on the offensive side. And I agree. I mean, why did you get Hackett? I have no idea. I really have no idea. Slowick, I mean, maybe they found something in this offensive line besides the running game. But listen, I'm not gonna bring Quinn Ewers completely down what I'm about to say. Okay, he was not given the opportunity or a chance. Yeah. Me too, Abel. I agree with you, buddy. I totally agree, man. I'm not worried about the defense. I'm not worried about it, but the offense, it gives me. I don't know. I just you got to put points in this league. Even though we have Tua, I mean, I'll give Quinn Ewers a chance. I really will. I'll give him a better chance of playing more games than Tua. Zach Wilson, I don't be surprised he'll be gone. Don't be surprised he'll be here. Um, that's another waste of money. What, 6 million, 7 million in the sideline. The last 2 years, he has made so much money. What, this year he only had what, 2 snaps at the end of the game, the final game of the season. Uh, there's a lot. There's a lot that we have to. We're gonna have to, as fans, is hold on, hold on to our pants, man, because I'm just not too. Everybody's so hyped up, and I'm not that hype person. So hype. I mean, I just don't want to go through the same thing that we went through these years with Greer and McDaniels and Flo and all these coaches that came in, and we got this, we're good at this, and we're gonna be good at that, and then look what we do. I mean, Tua. If you ask me about Tua, I'm gonna be honest. Just that's my opinion, right? Turn your uniform in and say, hey man, thank you so much for playing for the Miami Dolphins. I did the best I can, and I gave the best I can. I don't think he's gonna be healthy enough to play in this league. To be honest with you, that's my opinion. Okay, but Quinn Ewers, bring. I think they're gonna bring us enough competition they could bring in at the quarterback position through free agency or through if the draft. I doubted the draft for one, but they were saying they would draft. Yeah, that's the only way to go. Yeah, you see, let me bring this up before anybody gets it on the wrong way. If this team goes 0-6 in the first 6 games, okay, I'm using an example, guys, just an example. I'm not saying they are. Well, I'm not saying they are. If they go 0-6, or let's say 17 games, they go 0-7 and 10 games to go, what will be your reaction? What will you see here? What will you think with the staff that we have? If they go 0-6, 0-7, an example. Or they start the same way they started, what, 1-6 last year. What will be your reaction? Would you say this? Oh, well, they're rebuilding, they're changing, they're finding their identity. Because I'm going to tell you something, buddy. I'm tired of hearing, oh, new culture. I have nothing against the coach toughness. Uh, but man, we're so bad when we get these coaches and they come to the podium and says, "Man, we got this, and we're gonna work. We're gonna evaluate each player. We're gonna hold them accountable." Are the fans of Miami really believing that? You see, that's my question. Are the truly fans believing that terminology? And I'm afraid they're not. And that's my opinion, right? I'm just guessing because people that I talk here that are Dolphin fans, especially where I work at, I got plenty of Dolphin fans, and I'm gonna be honest with what they tell me. Okay, of course, different fans, different states, different opinion. They want to see it too. They say they have to believe it to see it, and when you have that kind of mentality as a fan, that shows that you don't have too much trust in your team. Now, quote me if I'm wrong, but what will you do, Abel, if you go 1-6, 0-7? Because let's be honest, the media, the fans, we're gonna be out there again and says, man, what do we got here? And I know we have to give Jeff and Sullivan an opportunity on this team. Don't know if you were here. There was a podcast I did. You know, coaches that coach 3 year or less. Let's say they signed a 3 year contract before they signed a 5 year contract and extended a contract. They only win 38% of their games. That is incredible stat, guys. And this is new head coaches. Now, we're not talking about the Don Shulas, the Andy Rees, or the John Harbaugh, or Mike Tomlin who stepped down. We're not thinking about that. These older guys. I'm talking about these young guys that walk into the league and only have a 38% of winning. That must be the toughest thing to do in this league. It's not easy to win NFL games. So just think about that. It's a very interesting stat that I saw. So, but that's a question I bring to you. If you're still here, Abel, what would happen if you go 1-7, 1-6? What is your reaction? What will you say? Of course, I know I'm being ahead of myself, and people are saying, "Hey, George, you're negative. You're not positive." I'm just throwing that out there. Now you go 7-1 or 6-1, everybody's going, "Wow, man, what a season! What a turnaround already in 6, 7 games." But if you start losing football games, what is actually your reaction? Or anybody's reaction as a fan? Because we know we are getting pumped up and excited for what we got. Yeah, we needed a change. I'm not saying that we didn't need a change. But we got a change, and a change is good. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it's a good change. That's the question. I can't give you the answer on that one either. Scary, Abel. It's scary, and it's scary because we as fans, we just don't know, man. We've been in too much losing season. We had great records. Listen, McDaniel, gotta give him credit to led the league in passing. Everything went down the drain. Now, players that's going to be here in this year that we know that's not going to be here. Unfortunately, that's going to happen. They're going to move on. Uh, I think Sullivan is a very smart GM. Yeah, I mean, that is a great, great question. And I believe on that when you say that. If they could compete in and out every week, it's a good thing. But as a fan, probably as an owner, is that what probably Ross wants? Because when you hear Ross, he's not thinking about rebuilding. He's thinking about winning now. And let's be realistic. I hope it does happen, Abel. Don't get me wrong. I hope we do. I hope we start what, first 8 games, 7-1. I'll love it. I'll be happy. I'll be excited. But we gotta be honest sometimes. You gotta be real about this. I mean, this is something that I've been saying all along. As a fan, as a true fan, I try to see. I see the little things. I think our running back field is probably tops in the league. Offensive line, we need help. Quarterback, we need help. Receivers, wide receivers. That's one thing we're gonna have to pick up in the draft. We need receivers. We need big, tall receivers. Uh, Defense, I agree with you 100%. I think we're good there. Maybe a cornerback safety. Listen, don't be surprised Mika won't be here. Mika Fitzpatrick. Okay? There's a lot of players that, and listen, I don't mind starting fresh, young, and what we have. Okay? Because that's how you build around. But offense, I agree totally 100% with you. Yeah, and yeah, and listen, I agree with you also, man. Yeah, you're right. It's just I just don't want to. I don't want to start this season with all this talk, and what happens? What happens after this? Then we say as fans, back to the drawing board. Here we go again. Okay, so yes, we have a great GM. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that, and one thing I saw too in that interview. Did you hear when he said, and he was referring everything to the GM? Questions like that you can ask Sullivan. Uh, I believe that every position in this team, from running back to quarterback to safety to offensive lineman, left guard, right guard, center, everybody is going to play for their job. If they don't perform, I truly believe they will not be in a Dolphin uniform. Trust me. And I totally agree with that. Okay. Yes, we never have held players accountable. And if we did, that was a joke last year. Okay. The culture was another joke last year. So I believe this year, okay, because I believe what they're saying. But now here's the thing, right? You could talk, like you said, it's all lip, but now let's go on the field and prove it. And this is where I think the fans will probably see if this is real or not real. It sounds like the show, deal or no deal. And that's how I feel the Miami Dolphins is in 2026. Did we make the right decision? Did we got the right coach? Did we get the right GM? I believe we did get the right GM. Okay, because looking at his resume and his background, it looks amazing, right? Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Love, Matthew. I mean, it looks good across the board. But now you head into a city, which is Miami. Good question. I'm gonna say this. I know I don't have the schedule in front of me, but one thing I'm gonna say, and man, I hope I'm wrong. We will be in last place in the division. If we're not tied in last place, we'll be in last place in the division. I believe Miami will probably win according to the schedule. I heard they got 8 playoff teams in that schedule, uh, in their schedule besides their division. Man, if they go, it's gonna be tough. What I'm gonna say, if they go 6 and 7, it's 17 games. If they go 3-14, or either Wow, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Yeah. I know it's hard as a fan to me to say that, and I know it's kind of hard. I don't see this team winning 6 games, 7 games. I really don't. Uh, Based on the schedule. Uh, Listen, if we could get Abel what Grable did with the New England Patriots, because if you look at New England Patriots, and I'm gonna use New England as an example, and I know people are going to disagree. We have better talent than the Patriots, believe it or not. There's some areas the Patriots are good at. I'm not going to tell you they're not. But if you put this roster versus the Patriot roster, now quote me if I'm wrong, I think we're better. The only thing is, you got a good coach that got the best of their players, and that's what Grable did. That's See, New England first year we all said it. Man, they're not going nowhere. They're about to be in last place. They're not going to make it. This man, I don't know what he did, but he is so good of getting so much out of his player. Yeah, yeah. You see, you're like me, 4 to 6 wins. That's what I give them. That's a bold prediction too, because we at least we're real fans. We understand what we're going to. Now, if something happen, Abels and win, and let's say we start winning and things change around. There's 3 things. Ready? And you know this, Abel. Trust me, you know this. What do you think are the 3 things? Before I say it, but I'm going to say it and you're going to agree with me. There's 3 things Miami got to do this year. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Ready? First and foremost, you got to beat good teams. Second, you got to win in cold weather. These are the 3 things Miami has to prove this year. And like you said, it might be competitive in the cold weather, but you were in the game. You lost it, but you're in the game. And number three, which is the big one. So remember, you got cold weather, win against good teams, and the third one's easy. Can we make adjustments? Can this coach prove to us, can he make, if you're down, you're behind, you're ahead, whatever you want to call it, can you make any adjustments? Which that's what McDaniel failed, doing adjustments. You're up 17-10 in the first half, or you're down 17-10 in the second half. Here comes the third quarter, fourth quarter, and you forgot how to make adjustments. Those are the 3 things that I'm looking for the Miami Dolphins. Now, like we said, me and you, like me and you said, hey man, we're looking at 4-6 wins. If those 4-6 wins are against cold teams, if those 4-6 wins, you show me that you can make adjustments, and know that you can make adjustments the rest of the games that you got left. That's what I want to see. And beat winning team records. That you could go to Green Bay, that you could go to Chicago, that you could go to Philly, you could go to Dallas. I mean, even though some teams are bad, I'm just saying. But you go to New England, of course, that's your rival. You could beat the Kansas City, you could beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is, for me, that is a big, big thing I want to see for this team in 2026. Yeah, I totally thank you for the hearts, man. That's what I see. And people say, "Well, George, listen, I understand. I respect everybody's opinion. I respect everybody saying, hey, man, I'm glad that we don't have McDaniels.' Okay, listen, if you want to blame everything on McDaniel, you could do that, but it's not all McDaniels. It starts from the top, from Greer, McDaniel, from Tua. Okay, they really messed it up. They really did. Okay, especially Greer with the contracts. Let's be honest. He's gone. New era, and that's what I call it, a new era for the Miami Dolphins. But man, those guys have to prove to the fans. That's the probably the hardest thing you could do. You go into a big city, okay? He said, "Yeah." I mean, let's be honest. I'm being honest. I know there's, like I say, I have a lot of fans here. I have a lot of Dolphin fans here in Georgia, Abel. And listen, some disagree with me. That's okay. But some have the same point that you just brought up right now in the chat. The same thing you said. They basically told me the same thing. I said, so what's the deal here? I mean, there's three things we're looking here, guys. Win against, win in cold weather, win in good team, and make adjustments. Those are the three failures for the Miami Dolphins. Basically, that's what 4 years that McDaniel was here. Even though we had a winning record and Tua led the league in passing, and it doesn't matter. And that's the key thing for me. And I continue to say it. If we don't look at that, man, what else you look at? The, that's what one guy told me, the Miami Packers. Listen, I'm not saying these guys that they picked has been in a winning franchise. I'm not saying that. I think they're great professional, coaches, and they probably get the best out of their players, right? But man, you're going to Miami, a big city, like Green Bay. Green Bay's pretty big too now, but you're going to Miami, man, and that's going to be a test for them. Probably it's one of the biggest tests for Sullivan and Hatley. Hafley. I mean, it's going to be, this is what I'm dealing with. Because listen, if they don't know what they got into, trust me, I know Sullivan does because he look at the contracts, he look at the payroll, he look at his salary cap. That's a good one, yellow and green. Oof. Now you imagine if they really go and win and do the same thing New England did. You just imagine that. See, I mean, I'm looking at both ways. Imagine that this guy takes over and they go 14-3. You say, what in the world happened here? But with the roster that we have, man, the players that we're gonna lose, we're gonna cut, we're gonna release, we're gonna save money. It doesn't look as good as we think it looks. So, and that's my opinion. Once again, my opinion. I respect everybody's own opinion. And like I said, you have some great answers, some great questions there. Because I totally agree with you 100% too. Okay, we could sit here, talk, and speculate, and say, "Hey, this is going to happen," but we don't know. We just don't know. I got people say, we're going to the Super Bowl. Okay, so we're going to the Super Bowl because we got a new GM, a new coach. No, man. I mean, and I do got fans telling me that. Now, I wish it's true. You can send it to me. Oh man, listen, it's tough, man. And sometimes, listen, I hear these, this evaluation and what they're gonna do with this new regime. We know the new head coaches and all that. It's gonna be interesting, Abel. It's gonna be interesting. I really want to see what's gonna happen. Oh, imagine. Oh yeah, me too. Well, I gotta wake up on that one. If I'm dreaming, I better wake up and I know it's not real. But you imagine that? I got fans here saying, George, they're gonna go 14-3. I said, boy, if they can hear you saying that for real, I said, that's your opinion. I said, okay, no problem. I have no problem with it. That's okay. That's how you feel. Because he thinks that this staff, because they came from Green Bay, a winning organization, that they forgot Miami was also a winning organization. But that's what back then with Don Shula came in. I guess people forget that. But now, listen, we're in for a fun ride, if you want to say that. And listen, I'm trying to keep it positive. Let's be honest, guys. I'm trying to keep it positive. I'm trying to keep it in a sense that, hey, the team is not as bad as we think they are. But now with this staff coming in, all we have to do is sit and watch and see what happens. And like you said, Abel, take it one thing at a time, one step at a time. Yeah, that's it. Exactly right. Take it one step at a time. And then that's it. That's all we can do. And like you said, also, Abel, if they're competitive the game, the game is, 21-17 or 21-19, and they fought back. See, that's another thing. Our red zone offense, and those and the other three things I told you. That's my main thing. I mean, that's my concern, right? Weather, winning teams, and adjustments. That's the rest. I'm not worried about. But let's see if we could. I think if here's another one that I want to say too. I forgot to say earlier. If we stay healthy, this team has never started a season healthy. Believe it or not, never started a season with a healthy player. Somebody got to be hurt always in that roster. Now, players that I'll talk about it on Friday. Players that I would like to keep and stay in Miami. There's a bunch I would like to keep here that I like. The tight end from New York is one of them. I would like to keep him. Waller, listen, thank you so much, guy. I know he was good in the red zone, but time to move on. And that's all we do. Move on from it. That's all we can do. But anyhow, I want to thank all you guys tonight for showing up. I just was testing, and we got talking Miami Dolphin football. I also gave you my prediction, even though you got 31-24, which it was close, but I think this is what I got for Super Bowl, Seattle beating New England. Now, if Grable wins it all, guys and girls, that is amazing. You got to give him credit. You really do. To take a team out of nowhere and come back, 2 losing season, and come back and win the Super Bowl, that is amazing. But anyhow, I want to thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hopefully, like I said, I apologize for the channel. I'm trying to get this camera situated, my new intro. I don't know if you guys saw it already, but I want to get a better intro than that. I'm just testing things out. Thank you, buddy. Oh no. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, man. But if they win it all, Abel, I'm telling you, man. Which let's go Seahawks. I want Seahawks to win. But that's another thing, if that happens, wow, man. And like I said, I have no doubts. I have no doubts. I like Seahawks because of their defense. I think they got better defense. I think they're going to put pressure on Mace, and I think he's going to have a bad game, to be honest with you. But once again, who knows? But anyhow, thank you so much. Thank you, Abel, for being here. Also, Poetic Tears that was here. Aquavale was here too. He was one helping with the camera. We had a situation in and out. I'll change my title once I go back. So all this was a test. That's all it was. I was testing this thing, this chat live thing, and hopefully I'll be back to normal. But I'll be here Friday. I'm doing it Monday night at 7, and then Friday night at 7. That's going to be my 2 days, and then the weekends. Check my shorts. I do have updates and things like that on my shorts. If you interested, you guys want to watch scoreboard or things like that. And then I got baseball season coming up. Don't know if you're a baseball fan, so I'm gonna have baseball and basketball and all that. So, all right, buddy, you have a good night and take care. And I'll see you guys. And once again, fins up. Listen, 2026. Let's see what what the Dolphins brings for us this year. So, take care. You guys have a good night and see you guys soon. Thank you.